Welcome to the next HelpMe mod menu tutorial. This one deals with the menu option labeled custom gear / weather load / saves. What this does basically is to allow you to save up to 10 outfits. For example, one outfit could be a sniper rifle, another outfit could be a grenade launcher, and this includes the ammo and everything with it. The third one could be a rocket launcher, another one could be your player with nothing on him. Whatever you want to be included on the player's body will be saved. The weather also allows you to save up to 10 different weather configurations, such as if you have, for example, a really nice foggy atmosphere on some mission, you could save it. And then you could play that on any other mission at any given time, same thing with gear. So this is a very useful function. It does really nice. So we'll select it, and as soon as you go in, you see at the very top right, it tells you how many of the gear slots and weather slots you have used. So you know right up front what you got, and it tells you right here in the menu the same. This right here will show you what you actually have saved. As you see, we have nothing right now, so of course there is nothing. So we'll come in. Now the reload is something should go wrong. You made a backup of your profile, VARs file I should say, for your profile. You can have it reload back in. We'll do that, and you see we'll select it, and it says nothing. You see at the bottom your custom profiles have been loaded from the hard drive. So let's say in this instance we wish to save our custom gear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to remove these two items, or three items I should say, for right now, and get rid of them. And you see they're on the ground. So we'll go in and we'll say save. Now once you select save, it's going to ask you which slot do you wish to use, and then it's going to ask you to name it. So we don't have to use the slots. If we go in and we see slot 1 is free, 2 is free, let's say I want to go slot 5. I do not have to use them in a order. So we'll say slot 5. Now it asks you to enter the name. Now I'm sure there's a limit within that Bohemia put in the action menu that for example, the action menu could only show 255 characters. I don't know what it is, but you want to use common sense with this and not make it long. Kind of keep it short. So we'll just say a test loadout, and we just click submit, and you'll see at the top saving. Now it says we've used 1 of 10 gear slots. Now the weather is the same thing, so we're going down, and I'll come back to some of these other options here in a minute. Save current weather. So we'll say save current weather, and this time we'll use slot 9 for the fun of it. Now if we go all the way down to 10, you can see what happens. We'll say slot 9 and test weather, and click submit, and you see saving custom weather and so forth. Now if we come back top here, you see again it says you have used 1 of 10 and gear and 1 of 10 weather. So if we say show custom weather slots, now you'll see what happens. In the top right, gear slot number 5 has a name, and right down the bottom also weather slot 9 also has a name. So for example, now let me get rid of the menu there. So as right now I saved it with no gear on it, but let's say I wish to recall it back. So we'll say load gear save, and see, since there's only one, it's going to only show the ones that I have used. So in this case I'm going to say slot 5, it's in use and I want to use it. So we select that, load in custom gear. Now if you look at my player, I have nothing on me because I saved it with nothing on me. But this time let's go in and let's pick up the items now. Now my guy's got all the gear, so I'm going to come here and say save this time, and let's do slot 3, all gear. Yep, top of right. Now I'll be honest with you, use stuff like these, I have no idea what will happen. So I would just stick with this numbers and letters and you'll be safe. So we'll say submit. Now that has all our gear. So now if we come here and show custom loadout again, you can see in the top right, gear slot 3 says all gear, gear slot number 5 says test loadout. So just as a note, in the test mission, the HelpMe mod debug menu, the radio number 3, the radio number 0 will clear out the system chat, as well as the notification message in the top. So that's why you see me doing that. It's not part of the mod. So alright, let's go in here and we'll say load gear save out. Now you can see it only shows what's used, so number 5 has nothing. So if we select it, loading gear, bam, it's all gone. And you can see my guy has all his gear, or at least the weapons are missing. But we can come back and say load gear, and we'll choose number 3, which has all the gear. And there you go, all the gear is present. So the weather works no different. As you notice right here, we said jump to Arma menu, and this allows me to select different things, but that's for another video, but it allows us to do a custom config on thing. And you also notice too that once I did it, I have a new option, load pre-release autosave gear. So if I select that, that's what I had before I changed it. And if you notice, if I do it again, it has nothing there, and it says the bottom of previous gear has been saved. So it keeps on doing that. So we'll go back and load all our gear in. And now we'll go down to the weather. And we'll say load, and you can see test weather's in use, so I select it, for example. And there you go, nothing's changed. But this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the weather just so you can see. But this time I'm going to go to the weather menu and ignore that right now because that is a part of the thing. We're going to say storm. And now we're going to go to custom menu and we're going to save this weather. Save current weather. And we'll go to through and we'll just call it storm. I'm going to save. Now if you look at the top right again, you use 2 of 10 weather slots. If we say custom slots again, you'll see down at the bottom weather slot 3 is storm, weather 9 is test. So let's go down to weather. Let's go down to weather. We'll save weather, and we only have 2 just like it was for the weapons. Let's say test weather, and it's clear. We go back to weather again. Load weather, storm, and there you go. So it does save the weather on this fairly well, and as well as the gear. We'll go back to test weather again. And also the same thing with the gear. You have a chance to jump to Arma menu, and under the weather you have 2 options that you don't have above. One is the weather menu, which is just built in that you can go in and say, okay, I want to have a little bit of fog and some rain or whatever. You can manually adjust those. And the weather mod menu is the real world weather, which will allow you to load in real world weather for the 48 different locations that I have defined within the mod. And of course you have the option to put your own weather in too by putting the city and town in there. However, you must have that mod loaded and downloaded and the weather API key enabled and signed up for to do it. Otherwise that's not going to work. Now we'll come down to the last option. It says reset delete all/some of custom saves. Now just so you know, these items are saved in your profile, so it does not matter. That's one reason you can set settings on, for example, the XYZ campaign, then go play an ABC mission, and all the things still will be there because they're saved in your profile, so they're available to all missions and campaigns that you play, and even multiplayer. So they go with you at all times. So if you go in and we say right here, you can see I can delete your slot 3 or 5, that, or delete them all. So what we'll do for the fun of it, we'll delete the test weather. Well, we do no delete storm. We'll hit that and it'll tell you slot number 3 has been deleted. And you see right here too, it's no longer there. Now if we come back and go to beginning, you see 1 of 10, you hit that and you see the weather slot is now gone. We got just the test weather. So we'll come down and just to show you, so you can do them one at a time or you can do them all. So if I say delete all at one time, deleting all custom weather, all custom gear and weather is gone. And if we come back in, you'll see 0, 0 where we started from. But that's pretty much the how to use the custom gear and weather menu. It's pretty simple, and it's not that hard to use. And it does come in quite handy because it allows you to save. You, like I said, you get a certain outfit you like. You know, if you're playing one of the Operation Arrowhead remakes that they've done, you like the M16, so forth, that they give you in those missions, the Arma 1 and 2 campaigns, you could save it and then use it in, for example, the East Wind campaign. If you have those mods loaded, you could do that. So, same thing with the weather. So it really comes in handy. But this wraps up the tutorial video on the custom gear and weather load and saves. Thank you very much.